For over 500 years, the Peranakan culture has flourished across maritime Southeast Asia. Rich, colorful, and steeped in tradition.
Peranakan wedding is the biggest occasion that everybody can come and celebrate together. It's the birth of the Peranakan culture.
Today, young Peranakans living along the Strait of Malacca are rediscovering their roots.
Now that I'm on this journey, I want to learn as much as I can.
Embracing the traditions of their ancestors.
Peranakans as a whole are very sentimental and very protective of their roots and culture.
And redefining what it means to be Peranakan in a changing world.
Penang still has a large group of traditionalists that say, why are you doing these things? Who are you to change things around?
If we want to keep the many Peranakan cultures alive, I think we need to continue being open-minded and just celebrating the different cultures that make up our identities.
These are our Peranakan stories.
Peranakan jewelry is a very interesting mix. Just like the culture, the jewelry style is from Indian, Malay, Chinese, and even European influence.
Francis has been a Peranakan jeweler for the past 7 years, carrying on a family trade that has been ongoing for almost a century. Today, he is the third generation of Peranakan jewelers in his family.
Grandfather came from China, picked up silversmith, and later on picked up goldsmithing. Then he started the home workshop in Peranakan jewelry making for the Peranakan families here in Singapore, probably in the 1930s. So my father learned the skills from my grandfather. My father kind of branched off to Indian style because the demand for the Indian style jewelry was there, and started the 2 retail shops along Serangoon Road in the 1970s.
Those rich Peranakans of old, they were very interested in jewelry. To them, it's pride. And when this elderly matriarch passed on, she will bequeath all her jewelry either to the daughters or to the daughter-in-laws.
While many of the early traders in Southeast Asia came from China, there were also wealthy Indian merchants from South India. Many of them became the first Indian Peranakans and were subsequently known as the Chetti Melaka.
So these traders, they were from a caste of merchants. And the word for head of a merchant caste, probably I pronounce it badly, like Shresti, and this word derived to become Chetti.
Being from Singapore, born in Singapore, everything that I know about being Chetti Peranakan is in the Singapore context. I do not have any background information or any context as to what it means to be Chetti Melakan. So that was what got me thinking to come to Gajah Berang in Malacca here for the first time.
Gajah Berang, where Kampong Chetti sits, is the last surviving Indian Peranakan village with less than 50 families residing today. It was established in the late 18th century on land granted by the Dutch during their rule of Malacca.
Okay, Ryan, welcome to Kampong Chetti.
Thank you.
Long lost of Kampong Chetti for you, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Pillay is an elder who lives in Kampong Chetti. The heirlooms he owns date back many generations.
Okay, these are all my collections for the wedding ceremonies or any good ceremonies for the Chettis. And this is a twisted gelang tangan.
Ooh.
This is quite heavy. You can compare. This is brass. This is silver.
Silver.
And this is gold-plated. Unfortunately, my granny just left one for us. To me, to maintain the culture is very important. You see? That is why I need to explain to you, being a Chetti Melaka, you must know at least, 10% of it. And this is our talapa. Okay, try and put on.
Sure.
This is our talpa. You see, like for
Am I
example,
using it right? Correct.
can. This talpa, normally our tatas or that grandfathers or that, they used to use it every now and then. Like now the new generation, we only use it occasionally.
Why is it rare nowadays?
People are coming out with so many type of fashion. Say 1 or 2 person, they wearing this costume to the temple, they will feel like out of space. I wish my generations will use it very often. You can only find Chetti Melaka in Malacca, one and only in the world. We must be proud what we are. To me, what is that to be shy?
Yeah,
Right?
you're right.
While the Chetti Melaka have preserved their culture for generations, others have only recently begun to explore what it means to be Peranakan.
This image of what looks to be a wedding photo of an Arab family, and it's quite striking because it seems very familiar to what I've seen in my own family and in my own culture, and I have not expected to see something so similar to my own personal life. I think growing up, having been in a family that is very hybrid and we have a lot of mix in the family, my mom, her background is from Manado, which is North Sulawesi of Indonesia, and their families of Arab descent and of Arab origin. And in my experience growing up, I have heard my family use terms to define ourselves as being Arab, as being Indian, as being Pakistani. But I have never heard of the term Peranakan to describe ourselves. So I set on a journey to learn more about the Arab Peranakan community in Singapore, and I wanted to meet with Afra.
Hi, Afra. Thank you so much for meeting me. It's so nice to meet you.
You too.
So the reason why I wanted to meet with you today is because I have just learned about the term Arab Peranakan, and I wanted to find out more about it.
So I think to me, the most important characteristic of Peranakan is just the element of hybridity. And I think along with that element of hybridity and mixing comes the attitude of appreciation, you know, being able to appreciate the different cultures that come together to make up that Peranakan identity. And at some point, we came to a realization that if we were to, for example, meet our ancestors in the Arab world, in Hadramaut, in Yemen, we wouldn't be able to safely say we're exactly the same as them.
Right.
So, believe it or not, even though we only started using this term Arab Peranakan, one of my fellow youth members, he shared with us a newspaper clipping from Newspaper SG, which is a very important digital resource. But basically, it was a newspaper report from the 1930s about the existence of an Arab Peranakan association here in Singapore. And so that term Arab Peranakan has basically been used for longer than we realize.
Another Peranakan community that remains under the radar is the Jawi Peranakans. They are descendants of Muslim traders, primarily from South Asia, who married the local Malays.
In Penang, most of the hybrid communities are actually descended from the early Arab traders, the early Indian, Muslim, Punjabi, Afghani traders that used the early spice and silk routes to come to this part of the world to seek their fortune. So the biggest fortune they had were the women, you know, because they all came alone. And because they were of what the Malays call high culture, because they could speak Arabic, Urdu, Persian, the Malays offered their daughters to them. So that's how you have this evolution of the Jawi Peranakan.
Nuril has been running Jawi House for 13 years. Over the years, it has earned its place as one of the best places in Penang to find authentic Jawi Peranakan food.
It started with us trying to just highlight Jawi Peranakan culture, because I think at that time people were not very much aware of this niche kind of food and heritage. Jawi Peranakan community in terms of the cuisine was very closely knit, mainly to family gatherings or festive events. Jawi House kind of made it more open for people to come and try. Fish is a very significant part of Jawi Peranakan cuisine because here in the Straits it's coastal, right? It's very seafood driven, and fish typically is the centerpiece or one of the more elaborately prepared dishes for most Peranakan celebrations.
Like many coastal communities, the Jawi Peranakans cooked with locally sourced fish. Today, Nuro adapts with the seasons, using farmed snapper when it's more readily available.
Preservation of culture, I think it does mean something, it does create value, but it doesn't need to be the main theme of the whole dining experience. Okay, proceed. My mission now is to still maintain the flavors and authenticity of the cuisine of the past, but now is to provide a more fun, experimentative dining experience for times to come.
Back in Singapore, it's the wedding day of Francis's nephew. Traditional weddings usually span over 12 days, filled with rituals meant to honor ancestors and to seek blessings for a happy marriage and good fortune.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to the wedding couple, Kian and Penelope.
But today, most are condensed into a single day or two, preserving only the most cherished traditions.
The most significant thing, I think, is the procession.
I cannot say the Peranakan culture is dying because the younger generation of today, they still follow the culture to a certain extent. Many of the Peranakan activities are being activated now. I think it has come to life, or even more today.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give the beautiful couple, Mr. and Mrs. Kenby, a round of applause.
Every year in April or May, the Chetti Melaka celebrate their biggest Hindu event, the Dato Chachar festival, an event that honors the Hindu goddess Mariamman.
So I'm heading to the temple for an event called the Periuk Api. I see a lot more people and they're all dressed up in traditional wear.
The Periuk Api translates to fire pot and is a prayer offering performed by the priest as devotees wait to receive his blessings. It is one of the most important rituals that takes place in the middle of the 12-day festival, which involves traditions that have been maintained for over 5 centuries.
Their rituals are probably the most ancient one compared to some other temples in Malaysia, and they are proud of it. Dato Chachar, the Malay name of Lord Mariamman, which is the South Hindu goddess of rain, relates to agriculture. We need the rain for the crops to grow. But in Kampong Chetti, they also rename it locally Dato Chachar because Chachar refers to some diseases, mainly chickenpox and shingles. There was some kind of devastation into the ranks of the Chettis at the time. So the population, they will ask blessing from Dato Chachar, especially for good health.
On the final day of the festival, the goddess Mariamman travels through the village to bless and protect the people from evil, led by the Hantu Tetek or breast ghost, who clears the path of demons.
The way they practice Hinduism in Kampong Chetti, they're a bit of what we anthropologists call cultural creolization because there are some elements of pre-Islamic Malay folklore and beliefs. It's pre-Islamic, it's animistic, so they will not find a Malay festival today with a Hantu Tetek.
Back in Penang, Nurul is preparing a Jawi Peranakan classic, gulai ikan kreng or dried fish curry. The dish blends Middle Eastern and Indian spices with local Southeast Asian ingredients. Today, he's preserving his mother's recipe while refining it for modern diners.
Our approach is to make sure that the fish, when we try it, has a more concentrated, a more maximized taste. And we revisit techniques like curing, smoking. I say revisit because it's actually older techniques. Like we use local wood or coconut shells, which is something that was always traditionally done last time in coastal regions here in Malaysia. So when that happens, the character of the fish really comes through.
Jawi Peranakan food is a slow food and it is not easy to cook. The sauce itself can be a main element of the food. It can be soaked, it can be a porridge, or it can actually be a curry which is enjoyed with breads, for example. The Malay women, of course, would use their own aromatics like lemongrass or galangal or daun pandan and even garlic in their food. Vis-a-vis just the use of cumin and coriander, which is typical of Northern Indian or Mughal foods. Imagine blending these two into Jawi Peranakan, then voila, you get this amazing blended flavors and taste, which is so deep you can't even begin to understand where this comes from.
Life takes its turns, tumbles and turns, and the road bends. Fortress and falls, everything comes back around. And we both knew it was me and it was you.
Back in Singapore, Nissa is drawing on her Arab Peranakan heritage to design an outfit for Hari Raya.
Hello, Auntie Luby.
Hi, Nissa. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me today. So I'm here to talk about tailoring an outfit, and I wanted to see the options available for a sort of merging of Arab as well as local Malay and Indonesian culture.
Okay. This is the long dress like the Arabs wear. So they usually call it jalabiya or abaya. Do you want something Peranakan? I have something like this, where it's a long dress like the jalabiya. The difference is we have added on the flap like the kabaya.
The motif here really reminds me of the batik prints from Java in Indonesia. And I think combining this style with this print will be very exciting to see.
Especially on you.
Well, I think culture is fluid, right? And because it's fluid, I think naturally we're always thinking of our identities in different ways.
It does warrant the need to evolve to survive.
Peranakan culture to me means celebrating hybridity.
Being inclusive to people from various backgrounds and having respect and reverence for different beliefs and values.
So there should not be any boundaries. I think that is the beauty of the Peranakan culture.